Welcome to Ultimate SEO. This module covers viral SEO. My name is Leo Wadsworth from leowadsworth.com. The concept of viral SEO is not new. The original concept was called link bait, as in fishing for links. The general principle is to do things that will get people to share your content for you. Viral SEO focuses on producing content that, by its nature, will be something that people want to share. Primary and secondary traffic. Some people might object to the inclusion of this module as part of SEO, but getting people to link to you has always been a big part of SEO. Viral techniques take link bait to the next level. The original link bait concepts involved your users linking to your content, in other words, a single level of sharing. The techniques are expanded to encompass multiple levels of sharing, where your users share with others, who then share as well, and so forth. This re-sharing is what multiplies the effectiveness of the techniques. In order to achieve this, you need two strong characteristics in your content. First, the content needs to be incredibly enticing, engaging, or useful. Second, the concept needs to be placed on a page such that sharing and resharing the content is trivial. You want to make it extremely easy for people to create external links to your site. Viral content. The key to making viral content is to be able to put yourself in the place of your users. As you browse the web, you see many different things. Sometimes you see things that you want to share. What is it that makes you want to share some things, but not others? There are several different categories of things that you might want to share. Most commonly, we share things that are humorous and funny. Sometimes we share things that are bold or brash. Sometimes we share useful things that we've gotten for free. Sometimes it's news events that are very timely. And finally, we often share useful reference material with each other. When working on viral content for your viral SEO, you need to stay within your overall niche. While it is reasonable to have some variation, one not expect to find jokes about wrestling on a cooking website. A key to helping content really go viral is to have a strong call to action associated closely with the content. In this case, the call to action is share, share, share. People who have refined these techniques will originally produce a page that consists of virtually nothing except the content you expect to go viral and a strong call to action such as buttons that enable sharing. After the page has gotten sufficient usage, then they add other navigation or monetization elements. Funny viral content. Being funny is a classic way to get people to share your material. Probably one of the easiest ways to start is to take an interesting picture, add your own caption, and publish it on a page that has been set up for easy sharing. You do need to be careful to use only pictures that you have permission to use. There are a number of different sites where you can get completely free pictures. One of my favorite is called stock.exchange, located at sxc.hu. For example, that's where I got this silly picture of a dancing cat. Videos have become a classic viral media. It is amazing to watch some videos and how they explode on YouTube. If you produce the video yourself, you also have the opportunity to embed information about your website into the video and into the text around the video on YouTube. However, if you're like me, it is extremely hard to produce a truly funny viral video. I can do lame, but it's not too easy to do viral. One way to get around that is to keep a watch for videos related to your niche that are truly funny, and then to embed those videos on your website. The best thing to do is watch for videos which appear to be starting to get a good deal of viewership, and then embed those videos. It is possible for text and jokes to become viral. The classic example of this is some of the April 1st jokes that Google has pulled off. However, for most of us, this is very hard to pull off well. My son says, for example, that my sense of humor is a family curse that he is destined to continue. All of the different types of viral content can be expressed in text, pictures, audio, and video. Some types may lend themselves more to one form or another, but the content really can be more important than the media. Bold and brash. The next type of content that can make people want to share is bold and brash. Now, there is a bit of a fine line with this type of content, just as there are with other viral efforts. The key to creating this kind of content is to be a confident expert, not an obnoxious jerk. Presenting your content with confidence can increase your credibility. Everyone expects that an expert would know what he or she is talking about. People are more likely to share your content if they see you as an expert. People enjoy things that are unique. You should feel free to express your personality in your content. Academic research papers have an extremely narrow, limited audience. Content with flair goes a lot further. Various TV and radio hosts have demonstrated the popular appeal of expressing your personality. It is possible to take this to the next level. That is, to express things in ways that are controversial, even opinionated. Controversy is not something to be feared if you are trying to produce content that will be shared. Both those who agree with you and those who think your opinion is crazy will share your content with others. For example, raising an issue related to the grand old debate about Mac versus PC is likely to stir interaction, which results in sharing. One way to encourage sharing, which can also provide greater credibility if you can pull it off, is to forcibly disagree with an authority on the topic. Of course, it helps if you are right. If you are wrong, you can just come off looking uninformed instead of interesting. Finally, another bold and brash technique is to come up with an outrageous theory related to your niche. This is a great technique if you can pull it off. It is especially good as an April Fool's joke. As a joke, it doesn't have to be true, it just has to be moderately believable. During the rest of the year, it is even better if it is some satire and tongue-in-cheek. If you can truly come up with an outrageous theory and support it logically, it can be really fun to read, which results in sharing. Free. People love free stuff. They will fill up their hard drives with piles upon piles of useless information. Not that anything you produce would be useless, of course, but the resistance to your content and the willingness to share goes way down if you don't charge for it. Their willingness to share goes way up when you produce something that is actually informative or useful. The first thing you can do is put a useful tool on your website. You've seen these on lots of other websites. Whether it is a mortgage calculator or a political interactive map or a keyword tool, if you have something on your website that is useful, then people will want to share it. This is especially good if the useful tool is related to your niche. One would not expect to find a nutritional database on a wrestling site. The next thing is to make a tool that people can use. People love things they can put on their own websites. If you have a tool that they can use on their website that advertises your site or directs people to your site in some manner, it can be a real win-win situation. Next are reference guides and white papers. I'll be talking a bit more about this in just a minute. But for this section, I'm talking about things that people can download and print. People love things that make their life simpler, easier, or help them understand things and make them look smart. Simple, short guides, reference cards, and white papers can be extremely helpful. And if they are helpful, people will share them. Next up is the category of ebooks. While these take longer to put together, they have the ability to be even more powerful than a short reference guide. Giving the book away free makes people more likely to want to share it. By the way, I don't recommend that you use the term ebook. This term has gotten overused and misused. I recommend that you use the term book, manual, guide, or anything other than ebook. Next is to offer some sort of training or course. Again, this becomes a resource that people are likely to share with others. Finally, in the world of free, is to make some sort of software or web-related piece of code. This could be a graphical theme, or a plugin, or a module, or a standalone piece of software. There are lots of different opportunities here. You may object that you are not a programmer. How could you do this? The answer lies in outsourcing. You can hire people on sites like elance.com to do the programming for you. You just need to be able to describe clearly what you would want the beast to do. Timely. Everybody likes to talk about things that are happening right now. The chatter around the office cooler always centers around the new events. As such, commentary or reporting on recent big news is likely to be shared. Indeed, the more timely something is, the more likely it is to be shared. It is possible for you and your website to create news. You do this by running some sort of newsworthy event. One of the most common events is a contest. For the price of an iPad, you can often get a large amount of publicity and people sharing your contest. News directly related to your website's niche is especially good for you to publish regularly. If you can publish something that is especially useful, such as exposing a scam artist, then people are very likely to share that content. Of course, you must be absolutely certain of the truth of anything like that you would publish. Many times, we can leverage a major event to make something which is timely. The definition of a major event may depend on your niche. It can be a significant conference, or it can be a larger event such as the Olympics or major elections. Even if your niche is not directly related to a particular event, you can often do something that is related. For example, if your niche was weight loss, then you could offer a calendar tracking program to help people lose weight by the beginning of summer, correlating the weight loss with the summer. Reference material. Publishing reference material is a great way for you to generate external links to your site and content. Truly useful material is likely to be shared among people who have similar needs or interests. The material can be lists of useful content. Some examples would be 101 tips to, or 12 things you must not do in. In lists of this sort, oftentimes the longer the better, as long as you don't repeat yourself. These kinds of lists can also elicit good comments as other people add to the lists. The more comprehensive such a list is, the more likely it is to gain external links. Another very popular type of reference material are how-to articles. If someone is facing a particular task related to your niche, they are likely to search on, quote, how-to, close quotes. If you have easy to access instructions or videos, you will often find that people will be accessing them and linking to them. It also seems that Google itself gives precedence to this type of reference material. Reference materials that give the history of something are also quite good at attracting links. These types of materials often are accessed by people who want a deeper background and an understanding about the niche. Finally, the ultimate reference material would be something like the definitive guide to. While this takes a bit of confidence to present, if you really can produce a definitive guide related to your niche or a part of your niche, then you have a resource which will be a magnet for external links.